Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. How you guys doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video, I got something that I guarantee you guys are gonna love, especially if you're a Golden State Warriors fan. The NBA trade deadline is literally days away, and from what the general manager of the Warriors is saying, Bob Myers, he claims they're gonna be aggressive. I'm gonna be honest, right now the Warriors, they're not in the best situation, and I believe they must make a big time move to help them this year and also for next year. So if you're a Warriors fan and you want to know about the rumors and some potential realistic moves they could make, you're gonna like this. But quickly, before I get out of the video, just want to say, if you're new to the channel and you love basketball, welcome to Easy Buckets. My name is Soom, and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. It would help out the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about the Warriors. With the Warriors dominating the NBA over the past 5 years, I'm kinda surprised to see where they are right now. The Warriors are struggling in my opinion, and I believe a big reason why is because their roster just isn't good enough to be a championship team this year. We all know a big reason why they're not a championship contender. They don't have Klay Thompson, their second best player right now. But I still believe that this season, it's a good opportunity for the Warriors to try to get better even for next year. The Warriors right now have a record of 22-21, which ranks them as the 9th seed in the Western Conference. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure if they're gonna get a guaranteed spot in the top 8. We all know this year there's gonna be a play-in tournament after the regular season, which means the 7, 8, 9, and 10 seed will have a mini tournament to determine the 7 and 8 seed. And from the looks of it, the Warriors are gonna be one of those 4 teams. If the Warriors ultimately want to get a good chance of going into the playoffs, winning the play-in tournament, I 100% believe there are some moves they can make to get better. As I'm making this video, something they're dealing with right now is Stephen Curry's injury. They actually lost 2 of the 3 games Stephen Curry has missed. And from the looks of it, the players on the roster, besides Steph and Draymond, they're not living up to expectation. There are so much better options out there. And with Bob Myers claiming that this season, the Warriors are going to be aggressive, fans have a lot and big expectation. I understand that without them having Klay Thompson, the Warriors aren't going to be as good, but honestly, it's tough to throw away a prime Stephen Curry year. From what we're hearing, Kelly Oubre Jr. is going to be the main topic when it comes to trade talks. Kelly Oubre is currently on an expiring contract, and next year, when Klay comes back, they're not going to have enough money to play him, and also, they're not going to have enough minutes to play him. I believe 100% within these next few days, the Warriors are going to be very active among NBA teams trying to trade away Kelly Oubre Jr. And that's why for this video, we're going to be talking about some realistic trade scenarios involving Kelly that I believe could ultimately end up happening. I know a lot of you Warrior fans out there want to see the Warriors succeed and want to see them get better, and that's why this video makes a lot of sense right before the NBA trade deadline. The first player on this list that I believe the Warriors should target is getting Victor Oladipo of the Houston Rockets, and he is the most popular, I would say, quote-unquote, all-star that the Warriors are targeting for this year and possibly next year. When talking about Oladipo right now, he's on the Houston Rockets. He's on a rebuilding team. The Rockets right now are one of the worst teams in the NBA. And with them trying to tank and go for a full rebuild mode, Victor Oladipo is going to be traded, and it's almost 100%. I believe with the Warriors trying to be competitive, they have a lot of good trading assets, and I believe if they can offer up this deal to get Depot, the Rockets might actually accept. If the Warriors can offer up Kelly Oubre Jr., Eric Paschall, and a second-round pick in exchange for Depot, I believe this is more than enough, as the Rockets don't want to lose Depot in this upcoming offseason for nothing. From what Depot is saying, we're getting clues that he wants to be on a championship contender, and with the Rockets not in that conversation at all right now after losing James Harden, Depot is the next man out, and even if he doesn't get traded, he's not going to resign. Right now with the Warriors not having Klay Thompson, who is their shooting guard, their starting shooting guard, getting Victor Oladipo to give him a playoff atmosphere and potentially an interest to re-sign, it would make a lot of sense as Kelly Oubre himself is also on an expiring contract. I believe a healthy Oladipo, Stephen Curry could definitely make the Western Conference playoffs, and then next year, in this upcoming summer, try to convince Debo to re-sign, and then they have an ultimate lineup with Wiggins, Klay, Draymond, and of course Stephen Debo. A lot of you Warrior fans out there want to see players like Bradley Beal or even Zach LaVine go to the Warriors, but I'm gonna be honest, right now Debo is the most likely and the most realistic. The next player on this list is talking about Aaron Gordon of the Orlando Magic, and he's being linked to the Warriors on multiple occasions now. When you look at the Warriors roster, I would say their biggest weakness is definitely at that frontcourt position. I would even say the power forward spot. Draymond Green is a great playmaker, a great leader, a great defender, but when it comes to the offense and being an athletic scorer or simply an athletic frontcourt player, Draymond doesn't bring that to the table. I believe the Warriors know this, they don't want to trade Draymond, but getting Aaron Gordon, who is still developing, who could be a potential key piece to a championship run, it makes a lot of sense. It's not a bad idea. The Warriors love to do the pick and roll action or the pick and pop, and with Aaron Gordon being one of the better finishers in the NBA, him joining the Bay Area, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Aaron Gordon is developing, he has great defensive skills, his playmaking is getting better, and also his shot. And I believe with him having so much potential alongside the young guns of the team, the Warriors actually might not mind getting him. The good thing about getting Aaron Gordon though is that he's not on an expiring contract, he has one more year, which means next season he'll be on the Warriors roster alongside Steph and Klay. And right now with the Orlando Magic struggling, they're one of the worst teams in the Eastern Conference, Aaron Gordon is about to be traded. I believe if the Warriors can offer up Kelly Oubre and a second round pick in exchange for Aaron Gordon, this might not be a bad deal as the Orlando Magic get a pretty good asset of a second round pick, and then of course give Kelly Oubre kind of the keys to the offense to potentially re-sign in the offseason. From what we're hearing, Kelly is expecting about $20 million a year. The Orlando Magic have that money, and that's why this trade makes a lot of sense for both parties. Aaron Gordon has dealt with injuries there and there, and I believe going to the Warriors, if he could be healthy, he could be a great help, a great contributor to them making the playoffs. The next player on this list is talking about John Collins of the Atlanta Hawks going to the Warriors, and John Collins is one of the best young future all-stars that could be on the move. Because from what we're hearing, John Collins is not going to sign a contract extension with the Hawks, or in other words, he just wants more money than what the Hawks originally offered him. We don't know exactly what John Collins plans on doing, if he wants to leave the Hawks. There are some rumors that him and Trae Young aren't happy together. We're not 100% sure, but there are so many trade rumors right now of teams wanting John Collins. John Collins is very athletic, he's a pretty decent rim protector, he's a great interior presence player, great on those pick and rolls, and with the Warriors right now needing a player like that who can be a power forward center and could be a spark plug, John Collins could be their guy. I have a blockbuster trade in mind that could potentially land John Collins, and this is it. It's the Warriors offering up Kelly Oubre, Jordan Poole, Michael Mulder, their 2021 first round pick, and then the Hawks giving John Collins, Kevin Huerter, Cam Reddish, and their first round pick. And this trade, both teams swaps first round picks. And if you guys don't know this, the Warriors first round pick this year is actually the Wolves. The Wolves have the worst record in the NBA, which means they have a high chance of getting a lottery draft pick. If the Hawks feel that John Collins won't re-sign and he might want to go somewhere else, they have to trade him within these next few days instead of losing him for nothing. And that's why John Collins to the Warriors is not a bad idea. Imagine next year our starting lineup of Stephen Curry, Klay, Wiggins, Draymond, John Collins, and then having a developing James Wiseman off the bench. This would be a pretty awesome lineup. And the last trade on this list is kind of a dream, and that's talking about Karl-Anthony Towns from the Timberwolves going to the Golden State Warriors. I mentioned earlier that right now the Wolves have the worst record in the NBA, and from what we're hearing, they're trying to go on a full rebuild. They said everybody on the team is tradable except Anthony Edwards, which means Towns could be on the move. And I believe this year with the Warriors having a lot of good trading assets, Towns joining Stephen Curry, it's kind of realistic. If the Warriors can offer up Andrew Wiggins, James Wiseman, and 3 first-round picks, including this year's Minnesota Timberwolves, their own first-round pick, I believe this is a trade they might accept as they get future assets to build around Anthony Edwards and of course build around James Wiseman. Imagine that duo going forward of the first 2 picks in the 2020 NBA draft. Anthony Edwards and Wiseman. Oh boy, this team could be a championship team 5 years down the line. Of course, Andrew Wiggins is there for salary cap matching. I'm not sure if the Wolves want to bring back Andrew Wiggins, but of course the contract makes sense when it comes to this trade scenario. Towns to the Warriors has been a very popular opinion for some time now, and honestly, it's not impossible. If the Wolves are rebuilding, the Warriors should target them and try. Give them a call. So ultimately guys, this wraps up my video for today, talking about the Golden State Warriors and some potential moves they can make when talking about this year's NBA trade deadline. What's most important to me is one of your thoughts. Are these trades realistic? Are these moves likely? Let me know what you're thinking down in the comment section down below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!